Check, 1, 2.
Check.
Check.
Alrighty. We didn't grab that thing. The roster. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another great season here in the Panhandle for football. We're currently here at Kramer Field, where your 2023-2024 Bulls football season is about 8.5 minutes from going underway. You know, Peyton, I'm excited for this season. You know, the season opener is a very familiar opponent for me as I walk down the halls of Sharon Mutual High School. A big Class C rival for the Sharon Mutual Trojans was the Waynoka Railroaders. So, Peyton, what do you think the keys to the game are going to be today?
Well, Waynoka likes to hit a lot, so I mean, ever since I've known them, they like to hit. So I guess we're going to find out how much we like to, and I'm guessing we're going to love it.
See, and I was talking to some of the coaches before the game today. One of them being Coach Carr. I asked him, "So, Coach, what's the game plan today? Stifling defense or an attacking offense?" He's like, "Austin, you weren't around when OU was running the wishbone." He said, "But tonight you're going to see how it was ran." He's like, "We're going to go back to 1940s football, little ground and pound and defense.
Whatever works.
And so, you know, it's going to be a complete different offense approach, is what I was told. As you know, the Balko-Forgan teams in the past, you know, from the first year that we started broadcasting was with Jaden Hall and that group. And let me tell you, that group could score in 1 play, 2 plays, 2 seconds. And you know, we're going to take up a bunch of clock.
Oh yeah, I mean we're young, but we got some talent too. So we're gonna.
We know.
Huddle.
It's yours. You're gonna have to be there. We got another field crew here. Okay, Barrett, out. Out. You'll have to find somewhere over there, buddy.
So we're approaching the coin toss.
We don't have near.
I'm going to be quite honest with you. There's a bunch of new faces out on the field this year, so it's going to take me about a quarter and a half to get the names all right. The one that I do know out there, though, is going to be number 50, Daniel Pearsons, and number 19, Levi Milliken. And I think number 1 is Tyree.
Jump over here on that.
But we're working on getting a roster up to us. And like I saw a Facebook post this morning talking about, you know, how many players played in that state championship run for Balko, and there are 2 players on this roster that went and played the state championship game the year that Balko got runner-up. So do bear with us. All right, so we are back here on the, what is it, the YouTube?
YouTube TV, that's what we'll call
We're
it.
going to call it the YouTube TV, where we are approaching moments away from the coin toss. We are currently trying to track down a roster, so do bear with us a little bit.
Flores. Number 65, a junior Max Porter.
But,
And for your hometown
you know,
Bulls,
but you know what, Peyton? This is,
number 0.
I've been anticipating this day for a very long time. I think since the last day of football last year, I've been counting them down.
I don't know what we've been doing these last 3 weeks, but it's been watching football every night. I'll tell you that much.
And you know what? It is finally time. It is football in the pan.
Smell that? It's football weather now.
Number 11, a junior Gentry Parker.
But yeah, so this is a very, I mean, we went to all the way to the other side of the state, it felt like last week, to watch a scrimmage at Palm Creek, you know, where the Balko-Forgan Bulls had a pretty good looking scrimmage.
I thought
they
looked
were
good.
figuring things out. But, you know, I'm just excited to see how the new offense is going to run, and just see how things go. I mean, we're at Kramer Field. It's Friday night, 7 o'clock. I mean, we are nearing kickoff. What else do you want?
I don't mean nothing else. Nothing beats this any day of the week.
I mean, I've already cleared up my calendar. I mean, Monday night football, Thursday night football, Friday night lights, Saturday night footballs, all day Saturday, Sunday.
I have to start calling into work more often now.
I mean, for the next 7 months, we are going to eat, breathe, sleep football.
And I'm excited, let me tell you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I really do back on the call again this year for the third consecutive year. Is play-by-play is myself, Austin Bull, voice of the Bulls, and my broadcast partner here next to me working the rig and making sure all things go right. You know, we got a new setup this year, so Peyton's going to have a grand old time getting things together and learning how to work it. But, you know, just for the brief time that it's been explained to us a little bit, it seems real simple.
It does. It really does. I'm excited to go switch to this one.
I mean, and we got these pretty cool mics right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what to do with it. I'm used to these headsets.
you know, we're all fancy up here, so it looks like returning is going to be the Bulls. Back deep to return for the Bulls is going to be number 20, Zane Flowers. He's back deep, along with number 0, Kane Cowan, the freshman. And then it looks like the Railroaders are going to be doing the kicking duties. And it looks like number 36, Landon Seeger, is going to be doing the kicking duties for the Railroaders. You know, Payne, for as long as I've seen the Railroaders play football, I mean, it's just been nitty-gritty. I mean, they've always just been the description to a point of 8-man football. You know, hey, we're going to play stifling defense is what we're going to play, and you know what? We're going to pound the ball down their throat.
They've been doing that for many years, as long as I've been in Oklahoma. So they're a fun team to watch. They like to hit, and it's football time for them every year.
See, a player that was always circled on the game plan was this cat. His name was Kaysen Olsen.
Yes.
I don't remember a time that Kaysen Olsen run didn't work.
There's a power button right on the right side.
I probably.
And if you don't, you're good. Use the green light. You're good.
All right, and we're off. Kane Cowan breaking down the right sideline, and he's finally forced out of bounds by a host of Railroaders. And on the tackle was number 56, Zalian Flores. So it's going to go to, we're going to set up shop at about the 40-yard line exactly. So here comes the first look at the Bulls offense this year. Looks a bunch of new faces out there upcoming. So going to be doing the quarterback duties today is going to be number 2, the sophomore, Frankie Gonzalez. I formation. He's going to keep it himself, break it out to the outside. But it's ball's out. But I think they're going to call him down about 2 yards or about 1.5 yards. Tackled by a host of Railroaders. Gonzalez gets the play call in from Coach Jaden Whitfield. It was fun watching him play at Boise City back in the day.
Back in the day.
And running the defense today is going to be Coach Nick Nichols. Up here in the booth with us is Coach Todd Carr, and on the sideline helping out else is Raymond Wallace. Gonzalez keeps it. Nice block there by number 42, Draven Starr, the freshman. Pulled across the side. Looks like they're going to have about 3rd and 5 to go. They're inching their way into Railroader territory. Big 3rd down coming up, because the first drive of the year is always going to be a big momentum.
Oh, yes.
For how
to start out strong.
Yep. So it looks like they're going to put Cowan over here, all alone over here to the right, covering him tightly is number 21, Colin Banchard. Looks like he's going to keep it himself. He's going to be short, but flags do fly. I think they're going to get the right guard on a hold.
Forward near the first down marker.
But this is going to be an interesting call for the Railroaders. Are they going to decline the penalty and go with 4th down, 4th and short, or are they going to accept it and put them back 3rd and 15?
I don't know for you. I'll probably do 3rd and 15 again, get a little bit.
Yep, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. See, and the thing that I was always taught, it's a difficult decision on that. I mean, of course, you always want to go down over distance,
so
but in that
do that
situation,
usually,
4th and 1, I mean, so.
A lot harder to stop a quarterback sneak
Yeah.
than it is 3rd and 15.
So back to where the Bulls set up shop to begin with.
August 28th, grade school and junior high football at Laverne at 5 o'clock. August 28th.
3rd and 15 coming up for Gonzalez and the Bulls. Look for some trickery coming. False start on Cowan.
Flags on the play.
See, and these are the growing pains that we knew that was gonna surround the Bulls offense. Of course, they're young. This is a
sophomores most of the
I mean,
whole team.
I think there's one senior on the team, and it's Daniel Pearson's. And he last year he had a leg injury. Oh, and Connor Van Fredenberg. But so it's going to be 3rd and a country mile coming up for the Bulls. Shotgun snap coming. Cowan coming in motion. Another false start on the Bulls. That's going to be on number 1, Tyree Jackson. See, and these are the certain instances that you just can't have. Shooting yourself in the foot.
Yes.
I mean,
penalties hurt, especially later in the game. They do.
See, I mean, I don't think there's many play calls, for a 3rd and 6 miles. I mean,
Old Roger Staubach, Hail Mary.
But so it looks like they're probably just going to try to run the ball here, not get anything, kind of dumb, just try to get into a decent fielding position, punting position, and just try to get something set up nicely, so the defense can come in and make a stand. And in on the tackle is a host of Railroaders led by number 36, Landon Seeger, the junior.
Inman and Flores on the stop.
And so it looks like they're going to come out and punt the ball, get a chance to see the Railroaders offense. That's kind of a tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister.
Railroaders. I mean, I got to kind of, all the syllables. Thank you, Miss Sims. So doing the punting duties and it's barely gets it off, and let's see if it gets a bounce for the Bulls, and it doesn't. So after about a 17-yard punt, it's going to set up shop at about the 40, let's say 8-yard line for the Railroaders. So let's look at this defensive set we got going on out here for the Bulls. Your front three looks like they're going to a 3-2 defense, maybe.
Yeah.
3-2 defense.
I'm excited to see our defense.
See, and that's and when you have a 3-2 defense, you got to have a nose guard that's just a hoss.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got the hardest job. He's got the hardest job on the field because he's the only player on the field that has to worry about 2 gaps. So you just got to have that hoss. So Seeger comes into motion. It's going to be a jet sweep right up the middle. Nice little pickup there by Seeger. Picks up about 8 on the carry. I mean, just good blocking.
Yeah, this is the bread and butter of Waynoka.
Yep.
They've been doing. I mean, they don't do much passing. They just do fullback dive, running back, give the ball to running back, and quarterback sneaks. They don't do much fancy stuff.
Jackson on the stop.
I mean, they run about 4 or 5 formations, and they're just going to tell you, hey, stop it.
Yeah.
So, single back formation coming up for the Railroaders. Man comes in motion, fullback dive. Oh, nope, another just going to go the other way. Same play, just going to take it to the other way. Ball's out! Kay Cowan on the strip. Bulls recover. First turnover of the night caused by the freshman, number 0, Kane Cowan. On the forced turnover, he punched it out of there and recovered it. Nice defensive stand there by the Bulls where they recover at exactly the 20-yard line on the right hash. Good job there by Kane, just kind of setting the edge, letting him, making him cut up field, and, he just did a good job right there.
Running back did his job. I mean, they did both good jobs on both sides, but King Cowan, presence of mind, hit the ball out and recover it.
So, shotgun formation, going to hand off to Jackson, or it's going to go for a minimum gain of maybe half a yard.
Miles Myers had a word on the stop. No gain.
So, Flowers, I think is what I heard. Flores, excuse me, on the stop for the Railroaders. So they got 2 receivers set. One. Ball snapped. Maybe a offside.
Flag on the play, Gonzalez to the left.
Or an illegal substitution is my guess.
I think we had 7 on the field there.
Yep. Not enough players on the field. Little confusion there. Cowan made his way off the field and maybe he didn't tap somebody to go in or another. Just a little bit of communication, and once again, you can't have these penalties. You just can't have them. See, because you feel like you might get a little bit of a drive going, and then, you just kind of shoot yourself in the foot.
We're not doing the bad moving the ball, moving about 3 or 4 yards a pop.
Because, 3 or 4 yards a pop for 4 plays is, is a first down. So split out wide to the right for the Bulls is Draven Starr. Out to the left is number 11, Gentry Parker. Hands it out to Jackson. Jackson got a little bit of a running room. He's on the right sideline, tries to cut it back upfield. Finally forced down by a host of Railroaders, led in by number 8, I do believe. That is Dason Cunningham, the junior. That's going to be good enough for a fresh set of downs for the Bulls. Good job there by Tyree, just seeing that, the hole wasn't open, just cutting it outside and making something happen. I mean, so single back formation coming up for the Bulls. Gentry split out wide to the right. Cowan made his way back into the game. Ball snap, going to give it back to the workhorse, but he's met quickly in the hole by a host of Railroaders for maybe a 1-yard gain. See, Peyton, in that situation, if your O-lineman blocks for maybe half a second more.
Waynoka's defensive line, they've been playing pretty good. They've been hitting, so they got a good front. They've always had a good front, though, all the years I've seen them.
Oh, I know. I had to play against them for 4 years. I know exactly what I
remember them in junior high.
So Parker split out wide to the left, Cowan to the right. He's got it. He pitches it. Nice little pickup there. Nice option there by Gonzalez. Nice decision making there. I mean, seeing that's maybe what the Bulls have to do tonight is get to the outside and just make that DN pick. I mean, as a defensive end, guess what your main job is? Quarterback. That is your concern. And you know what? Your corner has the pitch man. And so you know what?
That and linebackers.
See, and not a lot of people look out there when your wide receivers are blocking. But that holds a huge part in that option being successful. I mean, all you got to do is
keep key blockers out there.
So first overload set over here to the right for the Bulls look of the night. Looks like he's going to hand it off to number 42. Nice little pickup there. About 3 to 4 yards on the carry for number 42. That is Draven Starr, the freshman. See, and like you're going to hear us say freshman and
freshman,
sophomore
sophomores,
a
I mean,
lot
it's-
tonight. I mean,
we're
this
young. We
is
are.
a young team, and see, and that's what I was trying to. That's what I was talking to Coach Nichols about at the softball game last week. I was like, you know what, that it's good for him
Oh, yeah,
to
get
out of
experience.
here.
I'm telling you, a couple of years, they have so much experience for the big time games. But I'm excited. They're a fun young group.
So there's about 6 minutes left, or 5:57 and counting left to go here in this first quarter of play. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. Gonzalez looking to throw for the first time, gets it out to Cowan. Cowan makes a man miss. Going to reverse upfield. Got some blockers going far to the left. He's going to try to make something happen. Tries to spin off a man. You know, that's a lot of running for about a 3-yard gain. But, you know, now it sets up third and manageable.
Oh yeah,
It sets up a pretty good third and manageable.
about third and long 4 maybe.
Third and a long 3.
Trying to get things situated over here for my broadcast partner, getting everything so he can work our camera. So it's going to come in about 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bulls. See what Coach Whitfield has in stow for this big 3rd down. So split out to the left is Parker, out to the right is Cowan. In the backfield is Jackson with Gonzalez. Cowan in motion, going to go one of those.
Illegal procedure called against the Bulls.
I don't know about.
I don't know if I saw one there, but
So that's going to set up about 3rd and long, about 3rd and 7 coming up for the Bulls. See, and you know, this is what we were knew that was going to happen. You know, it's just going to be a ground and pound game. I mean, I think there's been one pass thrown this entire ball game.
yeah, it's mainly going to be handed up the middle and run.
So Gonzalez has it, going to try to get upfield, but he's wrapped up very soon by number 21 of the Railroaders, Colin Beechard, a sophomore. See, and they got a pretty young team as well, but they got a nice mixture of young players and players that have experienced. Because, you know, this team last year, they come in off of a 13-1 season last year.
Yes.
Their only loss coming on state runner-up against the Tipton Tigers. I mean, this team's come fresh. The Railroaders are fresh off of a state championship run, and so you know they got that taste for things. And so nice looking punt here this time for Gonzalez. Seeger has it, and it looks like he's got a sideline, a little bit of an opening. Nobody's going to catch him. 10-5 touchdown Railroad. But it looks like flags are going to be thrown. Two flags in the backfield over here by the 40-yard line.
They blocking the back maybe.
Let's see what the call is. And so it is going to be a block in the back, holding, one or the other.
It'll be a holding call.
Yeah, there's a holding. And so the touchdown for the Railroaders is going to be, in fact, called back. It's going to be set up at about the 28-yard line. Official timeout.
Like to remind all students, grade 7
So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Thank some of our sponsors.
immediately following the game will be 5th quarter at Crossroads Bible Fellowship Church at Christ.
We are back live here with another streaming edition for Balko-Forgan Bulls football here on YouTube TV, where the Bulls are on their second possession of defense, Railroaders' second possession of offense. You know, the first drive on defense for the Bulls ended up just about as good as you could ask with a turnover caused by freshman Kane Cowan. Looks like quarterback keeper going to run it off to the right. Got a little bit of an opening. He's going to cut it upfield. Looks like he's got some room on the left sideline. He's at the 30, the 20. Nobody's going to catch him. 10-5. Touchdown, Railroaders. Number 8, Dason Cunningham, the junior, takes it about 62 yards.
I kind of remember him last year. He's a hard, tough runner last year, especially for that championship run. But he's a pretty good player.
So 2-point conversion attempt on the way. Looks like the Bulls are going to make some substitutions. Into the game comes Johnny Martinez, Jr. So looks like Martinez is going to check into the nose guard position. Timeout's going to be called for the Railroaders. They were nearing a delay of game there on the field. And so Peyton, you know, the Bulls are 1-2 on defensive drives. They let off that big 72-yard run. And, you know, a turnover, you know, you just kind of pick and choose about.
Yes,
I mean, you knew Waynoka was going to come in and get their hits in. I mean, that's just who they are. I mean, they got that name. They hold that title. I mean, and when you've been in the spotlight for so many years, I mean, it's just kind of, it stops turning into a football team, and it starts turning into a tradition.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and if you look around in 8-man football, I mean, you look at your Shaddocks, you look at your Lavernes, you look at, you know, your Waynokas, your Palm Creek Hunters, and your Balko-Forgan. I mean, they've been held in the spotlight, you know, because of success.
They build. I mean, after classes they build. And
I mean, they've just done such a good job, you know, the coaching staffs on all those teams. I mean, for the first time since I think I've been alive, I don't think Shattuck made the playoffs last year.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you the
even
last
when I
time.
lived in Texas, I knew Shattuck was good.
I mean, if you think about, you know, winning state championships, winning games in 8-man football, the first team that you think about is the Shattuck
Oh,
Indians.
yeah.
I mean,
what, 13 championships for.
They went on a 98-game winning streak. I mean,
I don't know if we ever see that ever.
I mean, the only thing that's came close to it, or like, is the De La Salle Spartans.
Well, yeah, they got about 151.
I mean, it's just stuff that, I mean, Texas is known for their football, but let me tell you, Oklahoma's got a good dose of it as well.
I like to watch 8-man over 11-man.
So 2-point conversion on the try. Single back or I formation, going to hand it off, and he's going to get in. That's number 7, Lane Inman, the senior. Point after is good. So that's going to bring your score 8-0. Railroaders on top. And so Peyton, you know, there's going to be a lot of growing pains. You know, we've talked about that. We've talked with the coaches about growing pains. It's a young, inexperienced team. I mean, you graduated a lot of great players in the last 2 years. 2 years, you probably graduated 4 or 5 All-Staters.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just.
I mean, we're not doing bad at all. I think we're driving really good, getting 3 or 4 yards a pop. Just the only thing killing us right now is penalties now.
I mean, we're running out of toes for how many times we've shot ourselves in the foot. I mean, and once we, you know, correct the little things. See, that's that's the thing that a coach of mine used to tell me. He's actually in the stands tonight. He's always been a big mentor to me. His name's Ryan Nelson. He's like, do your job, fix the little things.
Yep.
Those are the 2 things that he preached to us is, you know, do your job, fix the little things.
Little things win ball games.
Yep. And once you do your job and fix the little things, guess what? You'll start winning ball games. And, you know, and the Balko-Forgan Bulls, they are very capable, very capable of fixing those little things. Because you know what? It's only, you know, 8 minutes and 13 seconds into the new season. And you know what? I see a lot. I mean, I see a lot of opportunity for the Balko-Forgan Bulls. I mean, this is a solid squad. You look across there and you see sophomores, freshmen, and a couple juniors and a couple seniors, and you think, oh, they're not experienced. You know, they're not going to make a splash. Well, let me tell you, this is a sleeper team. This Bulls team is solid all around.
When we get going, I don't think much team is going to be hard to tackle us.
Yep. because Tyree Jackson, he played left guard last year.
Oh yeah, and he's playing.
And now he's
fullback.
he's in the
ball.
backfield. I mean, that's just athlete. It's just athlete. Just be an athlete.
What we call the yes position.
Yeah. And so, going to be doing the kicking duties once again for the Railroaders. Feel like I'm going to be saying his name a lot tonight. Is going to be number 36, Landon Seeger. Little hot shot up the middle, fielded by Gonzalez. Going to try to cut up field. He's going to be brought down at about the 42-yard line, and that's where the Bulls are going to set up shop. First down, Bulls. Let's see what this offensive unit, because I don't think that we've gotten into Railroader territory yet.
No, I don't think we have either. I think I want to say we did on the first drive, but of course penalties we got pushed back on there.
So, 2 receivers split out. Parker to the right, Cowan to the left. Gonzalez going to keep it himself, going to pitch it out to Jackson. He's just going to lower the boom. Penalty flag does fly. I think it's going to be a late hit maybe on the quarterback. I've been wrong before. Yep, it's going to be a holding on the offense, it looks like. I don't know, the white hat and the line judge or the back judge are talking right now. Going to see what the call is. I don't know what that means.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
You know, Kansas, I don't know how they do football. But here in Oklahoma, we don't mind a little hitting. Because that's the first time I've ever seen that hand gesture, that movement. I don't know what that is.
College, NFL, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Let alone high school.
See, there's an old saying on why Oklahoma's so windy, but not going to bring that up. But I don't know what that call was. Let me go maybe over here and ask. Hey, Coach Carr, what'd they call there? What'd they call there? He didn't even know. So it's interesting to. I'd like to find out at the end of the game. So Gonzalez going to hand it off to Jackson. Oh my goodness! Here comes another flag on the field. You know what? We had a saying my junior year. We were thinking about getting T-shirts made, and it was going to be what we wore instead of our jerseys every Friday night. I mean, it's going to say, "Flags fly when the Trojans play." is what our saying was. Flags fly when the Trojans play. You know what? I think we're going to have to send out some T-shirt order forms and put that on there.
T-shirt ideas. There we go.
So, second down and a country mile. So, into the game is number 42, Draven Starr. Looking to throw. Intercepted by the Railroaders. Dason Cunningham, the junior, in on the pick. Where they're going to be sat down in nice field position. Intended for number 0, the freshman, Kane Cowan. So, this is one of them moments, the Bulls got to bend but don't break. I mean, that was a lot.
Favorite old saying.
Yep, that was our saying from last year, you got to bend but don't break. So, see what happens here. Man comes in motion. Going to hand it off to the fullback, going to go to the left side. Looks like nobody's going to get there. Gonzalez finally forces him out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
That was a really good play call by Waynoka. I don't know if you saw, it's kind of like a fake toss and then kind of fullback dive right.
See, and a playbook that looks really similar to that is the Tipton Tigers. The
Yes,
Tipton
Tipton.
Tigers were the best at misdirection. You know what? We're going to bring a man in motion, and we're going to hand it off to our fullback. I mean, this is the same thing that that Tipton did. It's just
Fullback dive. I mean, it was a really good play. I thought we were going to pitch
I mean,
it.
it's just a type of. It's just going to keep you guessing. I mean, this playbook's going to keep you guessing. It's going to keep you honest. So man comes in motion, going to go to the jet sweep. Nice patience going on. Touchdown, number 21, Colin Beechard. That's going to bring it 14-0. 2-point conversion attempt on the way. So they got the play signal in. Going to have to call another timeout on the field. So we're going to take an opportunity here to thank some of our local sponsors for making it happen. So if you just bear with us, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. And we are back live here at Kramer Field, 2:46 left to go here in this first quarter. Bulls trailing 14-0. 2-point conversion coming up for the Railroaders after nice little drive after the turnover by the Bulls. So he's going to drop back in the pocket, look up in the middle, overthrows him, incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
So that's going to leave your score 14-0.
246.
Railroaders on top. And so, Peyton, after the first couple of drives, you're starting to see some things, and the thing that I think that we need to start working out for us a little bit better are penalties.
Yes.
I mean, I think
that's what's killing us right now.
the game is pretty well round played right now by the Bulls.
yeah.
If you look at each position, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
They're doing good.
I'll get some stats later on, but we're driving the ball in pretty good. We're just penalties are backing us up, and that's what's killing our momentum.
And tonight's game is also going to be dedicated to
Cody France.
Cody France is his name. I didn't really have a lot of opportunities to really talk to Cody, but the times that I did, he always welcomed me with a handshake and that smile that everybody talks about.
yeah.
I had nothing but kind words to say. I mean, just celebrating the life of such a great young man. I mean, I got to watch him play a couple times back in the day. It was our freshman year. He would have been a senior. And, I remember coming and playing, he just had heart and drive and determination. I mean, you could tell that if he loves something, he's going to put 100% into it. So tonight's game is going out to Cody France and the France family. Prayers are with you guys during this time of loss. So going to be doing the kicking duties for the Railroaders is going to be number 36, Landon Seeger. Here comes the onside kick, and it's recovered. Nice recovery there by number 7, Gage Reichert.
Good job done by Reichert.
Always got to be careful on those because you just never know when teams are going to do that.
For the Bulls, inside railroad territory at the 48-yard line.
So here is the Bulls' first trip into railroader territory, and it comes after an onside kick. So, I feel like the Bulls can put some points on the board here. Just got to stay away from penalties.
yeah.
Got to stay away from them penalties. So man comes in motion. Gonzalez going to keep it. Nice block there by Cowan. Got a little bit of a cut-up lane. And he's going to fight for all that he can get, and it's going to be about a 4-yard pickup on the carry. 3 to 4 yards, going to bring up a 2nd and 7 after the carry.
Good job by the O-line. They got nothing a little bit, pushed them a little bit. It was really good. Good job by the O-line.
Good kick-out block there by Cowan.
Frankie's running the ball pretty good, too.
See, and last year, I noticed a lot when he would come in, it'd be the little tiptoes through the tulips, and
Now he wants to hit someone.
Yeah, and like that's what I tried to explain to him. I came out here and I watched them during their team camp when a couple teams came out, and I was like, Frankie, I promise, if you go and hit them, it'll hurt a lot less. And so Gonzalez has it, going to hand it off. He's got a little bit of an opening. See, and I love the way that Tyree runs the ball. I'm not going to lie. If he would have cut it up to the left side, he would have scored a touchdown. But
He wants to run
he's
you
like,
over.
you know what? I'm going to run through you. He's like, you better get off the tracks because a train's coming through.
He's been getting about 5-6 yards a pop. I mean, he's hard to tackle, too.
See, and he's got that perfect mixture of, hey, I'm shifty. But you know what? I'm going to run through you if I need to.
I love that. I love seeing that.
See, and one of my all-time favorite running backs, to ever watch, I'm a little biased. I'm a Steelers fan, and it's the bus. Jerome Bettis was the exact same way. So let's see if they go back to him here. Cowan coming in motion. Think of about a jet sweep. No, they hand it off to Tyree. Nice little pickup there on the carry of about 9 yards on the carry. And, I think that might be about a minute 9 left to go here in this first quarter. Play 14-0 is your score. Railroaders on top, but you know what? The Bulls are threatening. Bulls are threatening. See, and the nose guard did a great job right there. Blew up the center, was getting into the backfield, but Tyree is just that shifty.
Good play call there by Whitfield.
Yep.
Give the ball to Tyree. Tyree's getting some good yards.
See, as a nose guard, the only thing that you're supposed to do is not go backwards. You cannot go backwards as a nose guard, and that nose guard put the center in the lap of the quarterback. And here comes Jackson, going to try to get it an edge. He's finally wrestled down, but not after he gets the first down. That's going to be fresh set it down, set up for the Bulls. They're coming close to entering the red zone. Man, I'm so ready for football. You know what? I've missed the last 9 months being able to say that. Oh, we're in the red zone. We're on the drive. That's just things that I've missed. I mean, I love baseball. Don't get me wrong. Actually, I don't like baseball at all. I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't know if I can even sit.
But you know what?
Game.
Baseball being the only sport that we've had for the last 3 months has been hard. I mean, but it looks like the Bulls are going to let the time run out. We're going to go to the side that Waynoka's been pretty successful on, so we're going to save up all of it to go score down on that side, on that end zone. And so we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Going to thank a few of our sponsors for making this happen. And we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. And we are back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. The Bulls are on the, looks like the 22-yard line, threatening red zone. Got a nice little drive going on for the Bulls right now, led on the legs of Tyree Jackson.
7-10 yards of carry there on a couple handoffs.
So looks like they're going to have Tyree and Star in. And they're going to do the quarterback keeper. Ball's out, but it looks like it's recovered. Oh, no. Was it a handoff?
Star takes the ball.
Yes, Star. So it's going to be maybe a half yard gained there on the carry. Second down coming up for the Bulls. So see what Coach Whitfield is going to send in right here. Star in the backfield, looks like he's going to keep it himself. And there goes Gonzalez. Looks like it's going to be close, and it's good enough for a first set of downs. First down, Bulls.
Just outside the 10-yard line.
You know, that's a good play call.
I was just thinking the same thing. I love that play call.
Yep.
Kind of a fake screen quarterback draw. I really love that play call.
Make that the 12-yard line.
Kind of, you know, if Frankie would have put the ball behind his back and Star would have came around and grabbed it, have a little Statue of Liberty, I probably would have started crying up here.
I really didn't see that.
As OU fans, you know, that kind of gives you Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah, it's okay.
So 10 seconds left on the play clock. Got to hustle, get up to the line. 7. Get set, get set, get set. There comes the flag. Delay of game on the offense.
Delay of game called against the Bulls.
See, and you know, it's so fortunate that, you know, to have those big old time clocks there in each corner of the end zone.
They help out a lot.
See, in my playing days at Share Mutual, you know, you'd have to watch the ref to put his hand up, and that's, hey, you got 5 seconds. You better snap that ball. And so, looks like they're going to hustle up to the line, get it snapped here pretty quick. Gonzalez has it, looks at it, hands it off to Star. See, on right there, I mean, I'd like to see Frankie keep it right there. I mean, I don't know if it was designated, you know, to keep it, but it looked like he had a little bit of a running space out to the right side. But it's going to come to a gain of maybe a yard. 2nd and 14 coming up for the Bulls, 15-yard line. So Gonzalez, single back formation. Ball snapped. Going to hand it off to Jackson. Jackson going to try to make something happen. Gets tackled down, but not after a 4-yard gain. Going to come up to 3rd and 10 for the Bulls.
Flores on the stop.
What do you think they're going to do here, Payne? This is kind of a difficult position to be in. Do you want to run the ball, catch him up?
Part of me wants to run it, but part of me also wants to let it throw in the air. But I don't know. It's a tough, really tough thing to do here.
You know, we're also going to try to keep you updated on scores around the state of Oklahoma in Class B and C football. You know, I got the first update of the night. My Share Mutual Trojans got the win last night, 46-0 against Billings there on Jack Bro Field. So it looks like they're going to hand it off to Jackson, but he's going to be met by a host of Railroaders. And you got to think that that the Bulls are going to go for it right here, 3rd and 7, 8. Or 4th and 7, excuse me. So here's a little look from scores around Class C football. Covington Douglas beat Timberlake last night, 22-6. A little bit of a shocker right there.
Timberlake, I mean.
So timeout on the field is going to be called. I'm going to give a little time to go over some of these scores. Not many of them showing up. Deer Creek Lamont hung 60 on Kremlin Hillsdale, 60-14.
I've heard they got a pretty good squad.
Granfield beat Central Marlowe 52-28. Now let's go over here to Class B. See what's going on. You know, next year they're going to bring in that new format, I think. Class B1 and Class B2.
Yep. bigger schools playing, and the little smaller schools they'll be in their own division.
Yeah, they got a nice shootout going on there at Palm Creek Hunter and O'Keene. It is 8-6. Oklahoma Bible is beating Davenport 6-0. Dewar is beating Crossover Prep 14-0. Drumright is beating Summit Christian 30-0. Depew on top of Mound. That's shocking. Mound is ranked 5th in the state right now. Depew is on top of them 20-0. Destiny Christian losing to Valma Alma 16-0. Laverne on top of Waurika 32-0. So there's a lot of games going on tonight, and once we get more updates on the scores, we'll fill y'all in on what's going on around the state. Well, there's just a couple of them, but for now we're going to get back to Bulls action. We got a big 4th down coming down here inside the red zone. 4th and 7 coming up for the Bulls. Going to have 2 receivers split out wide to the left. You got Gentry, I do believe. I've been wrong before though. Yep, that is Gentry, Parker, and Cowan out wide to the right. And then you got Jackson in the backfield with Gonzalez looking to throw. Gonzalez on the run. He's got a little bit of an opening. Going to get to the outside. Touchdown, Bulls! Frankie Gonzalez making things happening not only through the air, but with his legs, getting to the outside, reaching for the goal line. Nice blocking there by Cowan and Parker. And that's just perfect enough time right there by the O-line, giving Frankie enough time to look at his options, didn't see anything. And he said, you know what?
I'll take it myself. It was a really good job by Frankie there. Presence of mind to do that and get us on the board.
And that's the beautiful thing about having a mobile quarterback. If your first option's not there, you take off.
Oh yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about having a mobile quarterback. So 2-point conversion coming up. Looks like Frankie's going to keep it himself, but he's going to pitch. A nice job there by the corner. Like I was saying, that's where it's such a big thing for your wide receivers to block right there. I mean,
wide receiver is one of the most important things to do on an option that they're blocking. And
I remember one time in high school we had a whole entire practice session, and it was about stock blocking. Just get in their way. Just get in their way.
Don't have to hold or anything. Just get in their way, make them move.
And so at this time, we're going to go to another commercial break, try to let you guys see all the commercials that we have in store for you, all the new commercials that we got going on this year, since we do, in fact, are on a new streaming services. And so we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. Did I already do that? And we are back live here at Kramer Field, midway through the second quarter. First half of play is almost underway. So nice squib kick to the middle, gets it over to number 36. Yep, there's that man, and it's nice tackle there by Starr. Not only can he run the ball, but he can make nice open field tackles. That's number 42, Draven Starr, on the tackle, going to set up the Railroaders at the 35-yard line. And I'll tell you, number 36 for the Railroaders, he's that Seeger. He's a tough open field tackler.
He is.
He's got the ability. He's kind of like Tyree. Is rather, hey, I can run through you, or I can go around you.
He's an athlete.
So it looks like little scrunch formation coming up for the Railroaders. Man comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. There's Draven Starr again on the tackle for maybe a gain of 1. Nice backside play there by Starr coming off from the other defensive end position. See, and that's a good thing that if you see your defensive end do, you know, what you do first is you get 1 yard across the line of scrimmage, and then you get downfield.
Yep.
You get downfield.
That play right there, the bread and butter of Waynoka, they run that, but they don't block the backside D end. And well, that leads to opportunity for you to go track them down and get them.
So good job there by Starr. So receiver going to be split out wide to the right. That's going to be number 21, the speedster, Colin Beechard. And it's going to be a pickup of about 4 on the carry. Going to bring up maybe 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. So, you know, this is one of those situations, you know, bend, don't break.
Yep.
Bend, don't break. Because, you know, right here's a really tough position for Waynoka. If you hold him to a 4th down, do we punt it? Do we go for it?
Big force. I mean, you can hold him right here. They think you'd have to punt it because we've been dropping on him pretty good.
So 2 receivers split out wide to the right. That's Jake Hegelberg and the speedster Colin Backard. Do apologize if. And it looks like they're going to have enough for a first down. Flag does fly. Nobody's going to catch Seeger. He's at the 10, 5 touchdown Railroaders, but there is a flag, and I do think it's going to come back.
I think it might be a holding.
Might be a holding on the Railroaders. So going to see what the call is. Illegal block in the back on the offense. I don't know why they call it an illegal block in the back, because I think all block in the backs are illegal. I mean, you know, so that's going to bring them up to a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 for the Railroaders. See, and that's that speed that Sager just showed.
He doesn't look fast, man. When he gets the ball, I mean, he's fast. So it looks like the same formation coming up for the Railroaders. He's going to split out or shotgun out, turn around. Incomplete. Flag's not going to fly. 4th down coming up. Good defense there by Gonzalez. You know, and what I'd like Frankie to do right there is, you know, kind of get his head turned around. Yes,
and he might have had a chance on.
He had to turn around last second, but if he had it turned around all the time, he might have had a pick there. But again, a really good defense there by him.
See, and he was kind of outmatched in height right there by number 80 right there, Jake Hagelberg, the senior. You know, just a good job there by Frankie. You know, deep as the deepest man. I mean, and you know,
let him behind him a little bit.
Yep, and see, and that's kind of what we saw at the. So you know, the coaches preached that all week in practice this upcoming week because you know it's something that we kind of saw that they struggled in at the scrimmage the other night. You know, they were letting players get behind them. Good looking punt from the Railroaders. Peter gets a Waynoka roll down to the 19-yard line, but good stand there by the Balko-Forgan Bulls defense, where 6:42 left to go here in this first half of play. Starting to warm up to be a good one.
Momentum shift right here. This would be a big momentum shift right here if we can go down there and score.
But so see what Coach Whitfield, if he wants to go back to his bread and butter, just hand it off to Tyree Jackson. And, you know, you want to keep them honest with your other weapons because you do have other weapons. I mean, you have the freshman wide receiver out here, Caden Cowan. You got the star, the Draven Star. I mean, you just got a load full of young weapons. I mean, so he's going to hand it off to Jackson. Jackson going to be met quickly in the backfield by a host of Railroaders after a gain of maybe 1.5, 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Bulls. Clock's going to continue to run. 6:25 left to go. First half of play. Throughout the final 5 minutes, I'll keep you guys updated how much time is left on the clock.
So out here, split out wide to the left, is the freshman Kane Cowan. Back in the backfield is Starr and Jackson. Jackson comes in motion. Gonzalez going to keep it himself. Play was blown up from the get-go. Clock's going to stop. Looks like there's a bull down. That's going to be number 14, Johnny Martinez. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Prayers that nothing's too serious, so keep you updated after these few words from our sponsors. We'll be right back. And we are back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. Big 3rd and 11 coming up for the Bulls. See what they have in store here. Looks like Frankie's going to throw it. Incomplete. It was a forward pass, incomplete. So 4th down coming up for the Bulls. You just assume that the punting unit's going to come out for the Bulls. You know, that's kind of a shot right through the heart. You know, your defense plays really well, gets the offense off the field. And, you know, the Railroaders come in and they bow their necks.
They did a really good job, like I was talking to you about on that second down play. I thought we were going to get some yards, but they blew up the line, and they did a really good job standing their ground.
So going to be doing the punting duties. Looks like Tyree. He's going to let it loose. It's going to be a little bit over. His head's going to take a Railroader bounce, and then back for the Bulls. Down to the 40-yard line is where the Railroaders are going to set up shop. Nice looking boot there by Jackson. So going to see what the Railroaders come out in here in 1st down. Hagelberg is over here to the right. Quarterback going to keep it. Parker slowed him down a little bit. Here comes Tyree. He's going to cut up field, try to make a play on the ball, but finally they get into Bull territory. Going to be at about the 36-yard line. Going to be good enough for a fresh set of downs for the Railroaders.
Pretty good blocking there by Waynoka. Their O-line's O-line and D-line this game. They've been playing really good.
See, and that's what I've always said. I mean, it starts and ends with your hogs. I mean, your big uglies are the people who make sure your game run. And so far, Waynoka's been doing a great job doing it. Ball's out! Second turnover of the night for the Bulls defense, and it's recovered by number 1, Tyree Jackson. Bulls football!
Turnover time.
So another 4:40 left to go here in this first half of play. See what the Bulls can get going over here. You know, it's always been said, you know, whoever wins the turnover battle,
and penalty battle,
whoever
that's
wins the turnover and penalty battle
That
is
is the
going to.
top two things that
Yep.
you have to win every game.
So Gonzalez bobbles the snap. Going to reverse field a little bit. Got a little bit of a running room. Going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. Going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Singer on the stop, 2nd and about 7.
So interesting to see what Coach Whitfield calls right here. Kane Cowan split out wide to the left. Jackson out to the right. Starr and Gonzalez in the backfield. Gonzalez bobbles a snap, and he finds a little bit of daylight. He's going to fight for it, rolls over a defender, and I think that's going to be good enough for a fresh set of downs for the Bulls. Clock's going to stop. 3:41 left to go here in the first quarter of play. 14-6 is your score. Railroaders holding on tightly to an 8-point lead nearing the last few minutes here in the second quarter. So, I mean, it was a broken play from the get-go.
yeah.
It was just a good job by Frankie, you
The ball's
know.
on the ground. Frankie did a good job picking up and get some yards. Of course, he runs hard every play, so you're bound to get a first down every now and then.
So Gonzalez, shotgun. Ball snapped again. He just pounces on it.
Someone on the play recovered immediately.
See, and I don't know if the snaps are bad.
I don't know. I would say it's 50-50. I think it could be both on the quarterback and also both on the center, too.
Well, I can tell you when I played the position, it was like 95%, 5%. I mean, I'm biased, but it looks like in this certain scenario, it could be 50-50. It looked a little bit to the left. It kind of hit Draven in the.
Yeah.
But you know, not a lot of people. I mean, the center gets a lot of heat. I mean,
yeah,
I will
he
tell you,
does.
the
I mean-
center gets a lot of heat because you know you're supposed to you're supposed to be perfect is the way that they look at it. But you know, it's difficult. And so a timeout is called on the field by the Bulls, and we are going to take one with them. And we will be back right after these few messages from our sponsors. And we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. And we are back live here at Kramer Field. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. Cowan coming in motion. Gonzalez going to give it off to Jackson, it looked like. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, plus maybe a yard. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bulls.
Jackson
Coming up to the 2-minute warning.
Sager and
I
Solomon.
think we have those in high school.
Close to 4 yards. 3rd down and a long night.
I couldn't agree more with what they're doing. This is the longest 9 yards that the Bulls are going to see tonight. Minute 45 left to go. You know, you gotta get a little pep in your step.
No huddle, do a little bit no huddle here.
Got a little pep, gentlemen. So Gonzalez in the backfield. Going to hand it off. Ball's bobbled. Jackson keeps it, and he's trying to fight for all that he can get. Nothing happening. Ball or timeout called by the Railroaders. Smart decision on their part, trying to get one more final drive in. And, you know, Peyton, we've seen a lot of good things from the Bulls here in the first half of the 2023-2024 season opener. I mean, and of course, you know, just like every other team, I mean, there's little things you need to tweak, just little tweakings. Yeah, you heard me, tweakings. And so it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Nicholas comes out here. Hey, do you want to stop the pass? Do you want to commit more to the run?
It wouldn't surprise me, Waynoka. I mean, they just run the ball. Right up the middle, do a little bit of that trick play like we did, fake toss, fullback dive right. But you know, like I said earlier, our defense has been playing pretty good today, and one thing killing us on offense right now is penalties.
I couldn't agree more. So Jackson going to be doing the punting duties for the Bulls. So Jackson getting all embedded, and the punt's going to be up and away. Going to be a pretty decent punt, but it's going to travel out of bounds, probably at about the 42-yard line. That's exactly where they're going to spot him at, is the 42-yard line. Oh, they're going to put him at the 45, pardon me. See, I'm not going to lie, Payne. I'm excited for the 1st of October.
What's that?
It's going to cool down.
Let me tell you, I am ready for about 40 to 50 degrees. That's what I've been ready for.
That is football weather. This 98 degrees stuff, I ain't built for it. I'll tell you that much. So, split out wide to the left. Here come, ball or flag's going to fly. Looks like he might have a free play. Gentry Parker all in and out of the hands, incomplete. But I think it was a free play, offsides. See, and that's the old saying, the reason why you're on offense or defense, frying pan hands.
False start called against the Railroaders.
See, I've never seen them let it play.
I don't think you can play it out.
Yeah, I've never seen them let it play out because, maybe if Gentry would have picked that off, then what would they have done? Would they have let him keep the interception? I mean, it's not
false starts in legal formations. I don't think.
You're supposed to shut him down.
Yeah.
But worked out for the better of us. 1st and 15 coming up. That's a pretty good wheel route right there. Yes. Just good defense there by Gentry, just reading the wheel route and going with his guy, not being caught up by what the receiver did out wide. So 1st and 15 coming up for the Railroaders.
Reset to 122. It was 112.
Clock will be reset to 122.
So it looks like the clock's going to be reset to 122. I don't know if it was at 122.
I don't know either.
Because it was at 116 when the Bulls received the punt. So screen coming out wide, blocking the back, nothing's called. Ball's on the ground! There goes Draven Starr down the right sideline, carrying Railroaders with them. Bulls football! 3rd turnover of the night by the Bulls defense. Going to set them up nicely. 1:10 left to go here in the first half. Already set up nicely, about a yard shy of the red zone.
The Bulls have the ball at the 21-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Good job there by Draven Starr, noticing the ball's on the ground. And, as a football fan, that's just the thing that you scream. I mean, you see a ball on the ground, you yell ball. And, the football fan in me kind of took over, so I do apologize if I may have broken some some speakers out at home, but it's just
That's the way it is.
So, Cowan split out wide to the right. Gonzalez, single back, but a timeout's going to be called by Coach Whitfield. So we're going to take one with them, and we will be back here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action.
Did he peek? Did he peek when he screamed?
You did peek when you screamed, but it's all right. Still sounded.
And we are back live. Gonzalez takes a snap, going to be a keeper, gets up to the middle, going to be met by a host of Railroaders, going to bring up a second down and about 4. Nice pickup there by Gonzalez. Clock's coming down, 57 seconds left to go here in the half. Got to get a little pep in your step, gentlemen.
A little bit up tempo.
So, see what Coach Whitfield has in store for the closing seconds here of this first half of play. So ball snap, Gonzalez bobbles it a little bit. He's going to be tackled for a loss. He's going to be straggled to the ground, third down. 30 seconds left. Going to go to the hurry-up route. Coach Whitfield screaming out some plays. 20 seconds left. Going to snap the ball. Man comes in motion, looking to throw, gets it out to Jackson. Jackson going to be hit hard. You want to maybe call a... That's going to do it for the first half of play. Bulls trailing 6-14. 3 turnovers. That's going to be the talk of the half. The Bulls defense calls in 3 turnovers. Playing pretty well here against, the defending state runner-ups there in Class C football. And so we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be back live here on our stream here at Kramer Field and the Panhandle of Oklahoma for our halftime report. And we are back live. Going to be doing the kicking duty. Started off with an onside kick. So the Railroaders are going to start off at about the 50. Oh, man. 48-yard line. And I said 52.
Hey. One of those long days.
First down and 10 for the Railroad.
You hear a little smacking. Peyton and I are enjoying a little bit of ice cream that we got from the concession stand.
Y'all are at home. You can get some good old ice cream here at the concession stand. It is good.
So first snap's going to be under center. Going to hand it off to Seeger. Gain of about 1 on the carry. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8
Seeger on the carry.
for the Railroaders.
Starr and Martinez on the stop. 2nd down and 2.
Railroader a little slow to get up. Is it me or does it look a little dark right there at midfield?
I think it does a little bit. It was like probably a cramp, maybe. Which you're going to see a lot of cramping in the first couple of games of the season.
So 2nd and 8. 2 12-minute quarters, 24 minutes. See what the Railroaders have in store here for 2nd down. Looks like they're going to go to a tight offense. Long snaps over the head of Seeger. He's just going to pounce on it. Going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Railroaders.
Big 3rd down here for the Bulls.
At the 35-yard.
Just no broken plays. Nothing.
Yes, don't let anything. Don't let the long pass. Don't let them behind you.
So into the game is Martinez in for Pearsons. I think I've said his name different every time. Pearsons, Parsons. I think it's Pearsons.
I think it's, Pearson.
100% Pearson. Get a little bit of speed out there. Pearsons is more of the run stopper guy. And come in for a little bit of a pass rush. They're looking to throw. There goes the wheel route. Here comes pressure by Milliken. And he's going to be wrapped up on the sack by number 42, Draven Starr for the Bulls. 4th down coming up for the Railroaders. I feel like I'm getting a little too hyped for the people at but when I tell you that this has been long awaited since football season was over, this has been long awaited. So good opening drive. Stop there by the Bulls. Nice looking punt there by Sager. Gonna just let it roll out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. And that's where the Bulls will set up shop. 1st and 10. So, big drive coming up here for it, and this drive will be a huge momentum setter for how the second half will go for the Bulls. You got the great defensive stop. That's starting to chug along with the momentum. But, you got to get something sparked here on offense. So 1 receiver set, Cowan coming in motion. Going to hand it off. No, Gonzalez is going to keep it himself. He's a little shifty there. He's going to fight down after about 2 to 3 yards on the carry. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 7 for the Bulls.
2nd down and 7.
So 2nd down coming up for the Bulls. One receiver set. That's Cowan split out wide to the right. Looks like Gonzalez is going to keep it himself, and he's tagged down to the grass by number 65, Max Porter, the junior. Nice tackle there by him. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Bulls.
Both defenses looking starting off pretty good for both sides right now.
Looks like it's going to turn into a defensive battle.
I don't know what I like better, offensive battles or defensive battles. Austin, what do you like better?
Well, I am a very offensive set mind person, but I do like it when your defense bows its neck and gets a couple stops. That's false start or delay of game, excuse me, on the Bulls. See, and you gotta know your situation. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta look up at it, and Frankie's young, but as the quarterback, you gotta be like, hey, we gotta go. We gotta
Get
go.
going.
So, 3rd down and 15 coming up for the Bulls. See what Bulls have in store for us right here. Gonzalez looking to throw, keeps it. Got a little bit of daylight, but he's finally going to be tackled down. That's by number 65 again. He's had his number this drive. That's Porter. Yeah, Porter there in on the tackle. Going to bring that 4th down and 10. Probably going to see the punting unit come out for the Bulls. So here comes a punt by Jackson. Little sky bomber goes out of bounds. See, and I feel like he's rushing himself a little bit. He's not letting it develop.
Frantic a little bit.
So they're going to set up. The Railroaders are going to set up shop at looks like the 50-yard line. I tell you what, Payne, that decal there at half court, but it's midfield. Looks sweet. That bull. I mean,
Oh yeah, they did a really good job painting it this week.
So, bunch set coming up for the Railroaders. Looks like he's going to hand it off to the little scat back. Flag's going to fly, probably holding, coming back.
Maybe a chop block too.
Yeah, all right there on Pearson's. High load him. So it's going to be interesting to see what the call is going to be here. Yep, there's a chop block. It's a 15-yarder, personal foul. So you're starting to get into the late stages of the game where penalties are starting to add up for both teams. I mean,
it's one of the big factors in any football game, really.
Going all the way back to the 35-yard line.
so 1st and a country mile for the Railroaders from the 35-yard line where they originally set up shop on their opening drive. So it's going to be handed off, going to try to go outside, but he's met quickly by Draven Starr. The freshman's flying everywhere this evening, being everywhere. Freshman, yep, just flying everywhere, being that run support, the pass support. He's just doing. See, he's right now being the definition of do your job.
Yep.
Getting a good pass rush, setting the edge. I mean, almost getting a scoop and score there at the end of the second half,
Oh, yeah.
or I mean, the end of the first half. Excuse
Really,
me.
our defense has played tremendous this game, causing 3 turnovers.
Several 3-and-outs, forcing punts.
Just 2 long plays.
Here comes the jet sweep. Looks like they might have a little bit of daylight. And he's finally going to be forced out of bounds about 3 yards shy of the first down. So 3rd and maybe 2 or 3 coming up for, 3rd and 5 coming up for the Railroaders. See what's going to be called up here for the Railroaders. Big third down. Bunch set. It looks like he's going to keep it himself. Good job there by Cowan setting the edge. Nice move there. He's got a little bit of daylight. He's going to be at the 20, the 10, 5. Nobody's going to get him. Touchdown, Railroaders. So, midway through the third quarter of play, your Bulls are trailing 20-6, 2-point conversion underway. First time of the night that end zone has been crossed with a ball carrier. So another bunch set for the Railroaders. Going to hand it off, going to just try to get everything he can, and he's got it. Going to bring your score 22-6. Railroaders on top. Nice drive there by the Railroaders. I mean, just doing what they do best, bread and butter type stuff.
I mean, just run the ball up the middle, and of course, that's all we had in there for a little bit. But of course, that quarterback is pretty hard to tackle when he gets an open field. I mean, there's not much in Class C football that's Class C or B that can tackle him.
And so, good job there by number 8. That is Dason Cunningham on the touchdown run. One of the many juniors on the roster, it looks like. It looks like they are very junior heavy on the Railroader roster. So, you know, I'd like to see the Bulls come out and just try to punch them in the mouth.
I'd say like just stick their game plan and get about 3 or 4 yards up like they've been doing. Hold their penalties down, and I think we'll be just fine getting back in the ball game.
And I don't think yet here in the second half, I don't think I've seen Tyree run the ball.
No.
I don't know if he might be a little gassed, you know, that first game feeling, you know, the heat get into
heck, everybody feels that.
Yep.
But yeah, let's get back to our groove. 3 or 4 yards of pop, and we'll be just fine.
Mm-hmm. Landon Seeger going to be doing the kicking duties for the Railroaders. And you got to watch for a onside kick right here. So, you know, it's going to be a big time thing right here. Big drive coming up for the Bulls. You know, just try to get that spark back in their offense. You know, that we saw a little bit of. Their little squib kick gets it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to try to get upfield, and he's met by a host of Railroaders. I tell you what, Gonzalez has been taking some hits tonight.
Like we said before, though, Waynoka, they like to hit.
I mean, that's just 8-man football, and I argue with people, debate. Let me put that in that perspective. Debate with people, they argue or debate with me. They say, you know what, 11-man football is better than 8-man. I was like, well, let me tell you something. I guess you've never been to an 8-man football game.
I don't. Like I said earlier, I'd pick 8-man or 11-man any day of the week.
See, I just love the pace that it's played at, and you know what? If you want to see something even faster, watch 6-man.
I've always wanted to go to a 6-man game.
You know, but Coach Nichols trying to get an explanation of something. Clock's going to be stopped. For what reason? Coach Nichols looks like he's going to come up and try to get things situated. Oh, no, that's Coach Whitfield, excuse me. They're both 6'12". Timeout called for the Bulls. We're going to take one with them, and we will be back here on YouTube TV with more Balko-Forgan Bowl action. And we are back live here on YouTube TV. A little bit of communication on the handoff between Driving Star and
Trouble on the snap, but handed off to Star.
and Jackson. Looks like Jackson might be playing a little bit of quarterback. I didn't even notice Gonzalez was out of the game. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I think they were something about, I don't know if they're taping him up or not, or
Because I will say he took a little bit of a lick on that kickoff.
they've been hitting him pretty good today.
Quarterback keeper for
Flag on the play.
Flag's gonna come out,
Stop once again.
and Tyree's helmet was ripped off of him, it looks like.
Should be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask on the offense, and that's going to be a first 15-yarder and an automatic first down.
After the penalty spotted, the ball will be on the 45.5-yard line. First down and 10 for the Bulls.
So Jackson going to take the snap, or Star, excuse me, try to find any type of wiggle room. Nothing's coming.
Star with the ball, short loss on the play.
So it's going to be about a 5-yard loss on the carry.
Solomon and Seeger on the stop.
You know, if you have a moment, go ahead and say a quick prayer for Frankie Gonzalez. He's being helped to the ambulance. Prayers for nothing too serious. Ball snapped way over the head. Star's going to recover it, and it's going to come up third and a country mile. So 3rd and 35 coming up for the Bulls. Ball snapped. Nothing's going to be there for the Bulls. Picks up maybe 2 on the carry.
Quarter over 7.
So you got to obviously think that the punt unit's going to come on out. Martinez makes his way off the field. Long snapper, number 20, Zane Flowers makes his way on. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson, it's a high boot. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Well, they're going to mark it down at the 49.
Wisely punts out of bounds. The ball will be spotted on the 48-yard line, where it will be first down and 10 for the Railroad.
So, for the Bulls here, this is a pretty big drive because, if the Railroaders go down and score, it might be kind of the nail and the... So, handoff going to be a sweep out to the right, or to the left, excuse me. Good job there by the Railroaders line, just getting that DN hooked over there, and the leading blocker got out to the corner, and that's going to be good enough for a fresh set of downs. So, see what the Railroaders do here on first down. Ball snap, looking to throw, going to get it out to his running back, and he's going to be tackled down, finally forced out of bounds by Cowan, but not after a pretty good gain of about 9 yards. Going to be probably second and inches for the Railroaders. Got to be thinking that they're going to come in with a dive right here.
Fullback dive here, and that was also a really good play. I don't know if you saw that block there by that wide receiver, but of course, like we said, the screens play, the wide receiver's the top blocker there to get, but good play call. And we've been saying all game, it's probably going to be fullback
now,
dive.
what I will say is that expect the unexpected. You could see a end around right here, but I don't think so. I bet it's going to be a fullback dive. Yep, there's the end around. Cuts to the inside, 10-5, touchdown, Railroaders. And so that's going to bring your score 28-6. Looks like cramps maybe coming in for the Bulls. So injury timeout is called on the field, so we're going to take one with them, and we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. So there was a flag thrown for an unsportsmanlike conduct during the commercial break.
I didn't see anything. I
see
didn't hear
anything
anything.
either.
And let me tell you, in this stadium route, you could hear a pin drop. So half the distance to the goal line. Going to sit him down at the 1 yard line. 2-point conversion coming. Snaps bobbled. 2-point conversion is no good.
I am still confused on that call. I don't know what they called there and why they called it.
So, Bulls currently trailing 28-6. 2:08 left to go here in the third quarter. So, let's see if the Bulls can get a little bit of a drive going in. They're still trying to figure out the quarterback situation with that.
Yeah, Frankie getting out.
With Frankie going down. Once again, prayers to him. Hopefully it's nothing too serious because, he was having himself a game. I mean, he was playing pretty well.
3-4 yards of pop, like we were saying, and run the ball really hard. Just one of those injuries.
So, prayers that it's a quick recovery because he's a fun player to watch.
Oh, he is.
I mean, he's just kind of like the cherry on top of this offense. That's what the quarterback is. No matter what the team is, it's quarterback. Then you got your banana that could be your offensive line, and then you got your ice cream that can be your skills players, and then all the toppings. That's the coaches and everything. So doing the kicking duties is going to be Seeger for the Railroaders. Go take a live look around the sports world to see what's going on here in the state of Oklahoma. And it's going to be a nice boot deep to Cowan. He's going to let it bounce one time, going to field it. Going to see if he can find him a little bit of a crease. He's got a little bit of an opening to the right. Makes a man miss. Going to try to juke him out, but he's going to be tackled down at about the 20-yard line, it looks. The final from number 5, Maud and Depew. Maud shut him out 48-0. A little bit of a upset there in Class C. Good game going on against O'Keene and Pond Creek Hunter. O'Keene on top, 18-14.
We saw Pond Creek last week. They're a pretty good team.
Cherokee on top of Beaver, 40-0. Laverne's final against Waurika, 46-0. Going to hand the ball off. Going to get a nice little 2-yard pickup right there. Garber on top of Canton, 30-0. Waletka putting up quite the fight against number 3 Regent Prep, 12-8. Corn Bible trailing Surreal, 44-6. Turpin, no update on the Turpin game, but Pioneer Pleasantville trailing the Shattuck Indians, 46-6. So there's a couple of the round 8-man football scores. Second and 8 coming up for the Bulls. So Starr keeps it. Not going to pick up much. More like lose about a yard after the carry. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bulls.
Short loss on the play, 3rd down.
Come 2 wide receiver set. Split out wide to the right is
Cowan. Out to the left, I think, is, I couldn't really see who that was, but he's going to be hit hard and quick in the hole by number 36, Sager. And I do believe that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. We're going to switch sides of the field. So at this time, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. And we are back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. Big old 4th and 8 coming up. Got to think that the Bulls may punt it here, but it looks like they might be lining up to go for it. Nope, it's the punting unit. And, you know, once again, you like to send out prayers to Frankie Gonzalez with the ambulance just pulled out with him. So prayers that it's nothing, you know, too severe or serious. Good looking punt there. About 48-yard line is where the Railroaders will set up shop to start off this 4th quarter of play. Man. So, a defense that has been playing well all night for the Bulls. See how the bend but don't break mentality comes into place here. Ball snap, looking to throw. He's got a man down the left sideline, and it's caught, but he drags a man into the end zone. Touchdown, Railroaders. Nicely run route, ball put right
like a flag
on
on
the
the
money.
Flag on the play? False start?
False start is called. See, and that's where I don't agree. You know, if it's
They
a
need
false
to- they need to
start,
blow it
they need to
dead.
blow it dead. See, they need to blow the ball dead. So that's going to come back and it's going to set up a 1st and 13 for the Railroaders. So 11:41 left to go here in the ball game. Ball snap, going to hand it off. And he's going to fight for what he can get, and he gets quite a bit off of the dive. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7, I do believe, 2nd and 8.
Record on the stop for the Bulls. 2-yard gain.
So a gorgeous play and a beautiful catch by Jake Hamilton. Now think about this. This is a kid that's played center all his life. His life isn't all long, but he's played center. He's hiked the ball. Now they move him out the end, and he gets the
So 2nd down coming up for the Railroaders. Seeger running up the middle, makes a cutback lane, got a little bit of an opening, 10-5, touchdown, Railroaders. No laundry on the field, so that touchdown will stand.
catching his breath now. You'll want to, for sure, have get your copy of the Waynoka paper. Find out the exact yard. I promise you, mark it on top. So we'll bring Hagelberg to the near side. Now we're going to talk.
So a timeout's going to be called for the Railroaders, and we're going to take one with them. And we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action. And we are back live. 2-point conversion, drops back to pass, scrambling out to the right, being chased down by Starr. Got a man to beat, Cowan, and he gets into the corner of the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. That's going to bring it 36-6. Railroaders take a demanding lead. And, you know, just a snap of the finger ago, it was 6-14. I mean, it was a – and then, you know, Gonzalez goes down,
Yeah,
Frankie, I mean – and, you know, that's
Waynoka,
just kind of a –
they run that their plays, fullback dive, and they keep running that over and over.
See, and this is what they train them to do over there. By the fourth quarter, you're going to wear down their defense.
I mean,
You
just,
will wear.
It wears them. It wears them down.
And you know, it's being executed to perfection right now for the Railroaders.
Our defense has done, I mean, pretty good today.
I mean, all day long. I mean, all evening long, they've had that, you know, bend don't break,
Yeah.
which has been really good. They've caused 3
Yeah,
turnovers.
I mean, the turnovers, this offense right now is just the penalties right now that's killing us.
You know, losing that leader that you had on offense, and just
It
I know
hurts, it really does. I mean, just kind of stalls the offense just a little bit. But like I said, this is a learning experience for good to get time for the second quarterback, get some experience going.
And you know, districts start in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks, and so
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks. So these next couple of weeks for the Bulls is going to be a learning experience to say, hey, this is what high school football is all about.
Yeah.
We're not playing junior high anymore.
Nope.
And I do believe that this Bulls team has the ability to learn very, very, very quickly. You know, and that's just the kind of mindset that they're going to have. And, you know, hopefully, you know, the injury of Frankie isn't
Too serious
long term or serious. But, you know, you got to have that mindset, you know, next man up. You know, you just got to execute your job. You got to do your job. And so he's going to try to get the corner, and he's going to be forced out at about the 50-yard line, it looks like. So pretty good starting field position for the Bulls. So see what Coach Whitfield and Coach Nichols and Coach Wallace have tucked in their sleeves, see if they want to get some new formations out there. Or, you know, most of the time, you know, you keep your formations all hidden. Like usually, your first couple weeks, you know, you stick to the basics, your bread and butter from the year before. And there goes number 12. He's got a little bit of an opening. That is number 12. We don't have a number 12 on the roster.
Pretty good run there by him. A little shifty. We do not have a number 12 on here.
Just short of the mark.
So second and short coming up for the Bulls. I'm going to think that they're going to give it to Starr here. Just hopefully he can peel his ears back and get across the line of scrimmage. And looks like he's going to keep it himself, try to get upfield, and it looks like he might have just got enough.
Near the goal line. First down, Park Academy.
Looks like it's going to be close, all going to depend on the marker, and it looks like he's going to be short.
Certainly just a fraction short of the first down marker.
So third down coming up. 3rd and 1. The ball snapped. Starr going to keep it, and he's hit hard from the backside. That's number 7, Lane Inman, the senior, coming in and cleaning up business from the defensive end position, or the corner, it looks like, the corner spot. Good play by him. Going to drop the Bulls back about 4 yards. Got to think that they're probably going to go for it here.
A little trickery. Do a trick play here, get him off, catch him off guard a little bit.
So let's see what's in the old playbook for it. Snaps ball, but looking to throw. Gets it over to Cowan. Cowan gets behind the defense. Finally tackled down, but not after he gets enough for a fresh set of downs. First down, Bulls. You know what? Just the way you wrote it up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, snap comes off the face mask of the helmet, bounces off the top, lands in the hands. You know what? He's over there somewhere. Just throw it up to Kane Cowan. First down, Bulls. So hurries to the line, 2 receiver set, 1 split out wide to the left, 1 to the right. Backfield, looks like he's going to keep it, he's going to pitch it. So about no gain there on the carry. It's forced out of bounds by a host of Railroaders. And so after this week's contest, the Bulls are on a bye week. They do not have anybody week 1. So Starr looking to throw, just throws it up to Cowan. Cowan, incomplete, in and out of the hands, just underthrown. Kind of went a little too far upfield. Laundry on the field. See what the penalty's on. So it is going to be on the Bulls. Illegal man downfield. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. 2nd and 15 coming up. See what happens here. See, right here, you want to just kind of set up for a 3rd and manageable. If you can get the first down.
It'd be lovely, but get about like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7.
I'm going to hand it off. I'm going to try to get around the corner, and he can't get there. He's going to be wrestled by a host of railroaders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them to be exact. So, gain of nothing on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 17. Seeing, Dravin was kind of put into a tough situation here this evening. Of course,
He's doing a great job coming back. Like I said before, getting experience to play quarterback a little bit.
So ball's going to be snapped. He's going to keep it. He's going to throw it little short. And, I bet he didn't get many reps at quarterback. Of course, you never want to prepare for an injury, but, you just got to be aware of them. And unfortunately, it happened to the Bulls tonight. They were hit with their quarterback going down. So once again, I've said it several times this evening, but prayers go out to Frankie Gonzalez. He was just taken. He was just carted off and pulled away in the ambulance. So prayers for him that nothing's too serious or long term. Saying that's a good thing. If it's nothing too serious, and you got the bye week to kind of get over it, and then just try to get ready for it. And it's going to be swung out to Cowan. Cowan's going to be forced out of bounds. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. See, from how explosive the offense used to be, it's just the growing pains for the Bulls this evening. It's just the growing pains for them. Because, when you're so used to scoring in 1, 2, 3 plays, 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, you just gotta adjust. You gotta handle the business. You gotta be like, hey, you gotta change your entire personality, your entire scheme. You kind of almost have to rewrite the entire playbook almost. The last couple of years you've had those players that could run and gun, like Jane Hall. You've had Nathan Smith. PK. So you just had those players, the last couple of years that you could do that with. But the personality of this Balko-Forgan Bulls team that I see is just going to be it's just going to be a run-heavy team. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. See, that was the same my senior year because, we'd lost a couple big weapons after my junior year. And, we were just so big and physical. That's what we were going to do. We were just going to try to go out there and run over everybody. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 3 yards every 4 plays. That's a first down.
Every time.
So, 2nd and 4 coming up for the
Railroaders. Ball snap, going to hand it off to the left side. Got a little bit of an opening, but he's going to be brought down by number 14. I do believe that is Martinez.
Martinez on the stop for the Bulls, not before the first down.
The junior wrestles him down, but not until after gets enough for a fresh set of downs. First down, Railroaders. Looks like they're going to place it right on the 50-yard line. So it's going to be a handoff over to the right side. He's going to try to make a man miss, and he's going to be finally forced out of bounds. That's by number 20, Zane Flowers. Not until he picks up enough for a fresh set of downs. Clock's going to stop. 5:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. And you know, once I get a little bit more comfortable with the sponsors and the names, you know, I won't need the roster. Peyton and I won't need the roster. We'll just kind of know them right off the fly. We'll know some of the sponsors a little better, and you know, we'll start making nicknames. You know, hey, you know, like the Beaver Cell Barn flag on the play. We're talking Cheese Factory first down. I know that's not on the billboard, but you know, we always like to.
Always got a sponsor.
I mean, those are some of the best cheese curds I've ever eaten.
I think they are.
17-yard Terrell on the stop.
And I promise that Brandy Cowan did not pay us to say that. I tell you, if you've ever had the chance to get some of them Wautonga cheese curd, or from the Wautonga Cheese Factory cheese curds, you know, and you get it with the sausage and the crackers, oh man, let me tell you, that's the perfect snack. So first down for the Railroaders. 5 minutes and counting left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. The Railroaders threatening here in the red zone. Ball snapped, going to be handed off down into the B-gap. Flag's going to fly. Do believe it's going to be a holding on the offense, but I've been wrong a couple times before. Not many, but a couple. And I am right once again. That's going to back them up 10 yards. Going to bring up 10 yards is going to be first and 20 for the Railroaders.
Oh, the old saying here, Austin. What is it? Bend but don't break.
Yep.
Home will be the call against the Railroaders. Once again, tonight.
So it's going to back them up 10 yards.
Crossroads Bible Fellowship Church of Bryan's Corner. Be sure to come by for good pizza, food, and
So the fifth quarter, let me remind everybody, I just heard word from the announcer. The fifth quarter is going to be held at the church there at Bryan's Corner. So come out for some pizza and some good times. You know, just some of the best moments I had were after the football game. I was so sore, but let me tell you, 10-5 touchdown Railroaders. Couldn't even finish my sentence before the speedster, number 7, took off. That is the Lane Inman, the senior. But yeah, fifth quarter tonight down at the church down at Bryan's Corner. So be sure to, if you got a chance to make it out down there, enjoy you some pizza. But 2-point conversion attempt on the way. And it's going to be snapped. He's going to get the corner of the end zone, and he does. 2-point conversion is good. Going to bring your score 44-6. 4:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back live here on YouTube TV with more Bulls action.
And we are back live here at Kramer Field. Little under 5 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Your Balko-Forgan Bulls currently trailing 44-6. But you know, Peyton, at the end of this, you know, I've seen a lot of progress from the scrimmage the other night. And you know, they've just, you know, there's nowhere else to go but, you know, up. And, you know, once you get past the growing pains, I can see this team being one of the dark horses in Class D.
Think about it. You take away the penalties, you take away the bubble snaps. I mean, we were driving on a pretty good first half, getting 3 or 4 yards of up, and then penalties came and killed us. Again, like we said, we're young teams. Got to get through the growing pains at first, especially the first game of the season.
So going to be a 2-receiver set. Cowan out to the right. Do believe that's Flowers to the left. Ball snap, looking to run it. Hands it off. Makes a nice move. See, and I do believe that's going to be the new identity of the Balko-Forgan Bulls. Just pin your ears down and get as much as you can get.
George and Porter on the stop. Pick up of about 4 second half.
So 2nd and 5, or 6, excuse me, coming up for the Bulls. Same formation set, looking to come. And nice block there on the side, and he's just going to go through a man, but wraps him up, makes the tackle. That's Corbin Ferguson on the tackle, another freshman out there for the Railroaders. Nice job of him, you know, fresh legs out there for the Railroaders, just coming out, setting the edge and taking the hit. I mean, that's
He got ran over, but he got the tackle.
Seeing an old coach of mine, his name was Rustin Donaldson, he had this old saying, you know, just hold on. Calvary's coming. Calvary's coming. You know, just good job by him setting the edge and, you know, absorbing that hit and making the tackle. Just good job. So 3rd and short coming up for the Bulls. I think that it's going to be a handoff here to number 12, the unknown player. Or no, it's to Flowers, going to just try to fall forward for as much as he can get. Looks like it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Bulls, 2:50 and counting. Clock's going to stop for a second.
Flowers on the carry for the Bulls.
Nice,
The first down.
nice carry for Flowers, the freshman. Going to hustle up to the line. Ball snap, hands it off, but he's met by a host of Railroaders.
Flowers on the carry.
That Waynoka defense, I mean, they swarm. All their players, all eight players on the field, they swarm at the ball.
You know, just a good job by him. I mean,
Yeah, they have a
good job just shedding the blocks and just getting into the backfield and just causing chaos. That's just a good job by the Railroaders
that's
right
been their
there.
thing forever is defense and getting 3 or 4 yards a pop.
So shotgun formation, looks like he's going to keep it. He pitches it. Nice block out there on the edge. Going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Bulls.
Terrell on the carry. Lee on the stop. Ferguson in there as well.
And next week, the Bulls will have a bye week. And then the week after that,
We play Tyrone, and I think it might be at Tyrone.
I think it is at Tyrone.
I will make sure and look.
Another
Yep, it's at Tyrone.
another familiar foe
Yes.
for myself there in Class C, where they had a nice dominant run there for about 3 or 4 years, bringing home state championship my senior year. But so ball snap, going to hand it off, and he's going to pick up about 2 to 3 yards right there. Going to bring up a 4th and manageable. You got to think that they might go for it here. 33 seconds left to go here on the play clock. But you might think that they're going to try to maybe get one more play off, or they might just, because one more play can get your best player hurt.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
And so it looks like they're just going to let it run out. And so this is going to be your final here in the Panhandle of Oklahoma from Kramer Field. It is 44-6. Bulls, second half had their struggles on offense, but
First half, I thought they played pretty good football on both sides.
and once you see that leader, kind of get hurt, and then you just kind of drop your head, you get that little limp in you, and so we're gonna go over a couple of the keys to the game and what we can expect here for the nearby future to see this Bulls team progress. And their defense played really well tonight. Causing a couple 3-and-outs, punts. They had 3 turnovers tonight. They caused 3
really
turnovers. And it's a very rare occurrence. Usually if you win the turnover battle, usually you're up on the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah.
But in this certain situation, penalties were both kind of like agging on both teams. It's first game of the season. They had the first game jitters. And what, I see a lot of improvement coming from this Bulls team as the season goes on. They'll have a week to kind of think about this and watch film and know where they can progress a little bit. And I'm just excited to see the Bulls just kind of excel throughout the remainder of the season. It's just week zero. You still got 9 more weeks.
Games. I call them startup games, kind of get going to get ready for districts. But we played good. We just got to improve every week.
You kind of saw that Tyree was kind of in the second half struggling with a little bit of cramps. This hot weather, it'll do it to you. I mean, so when a couple of your best players kind of go down with some complications with injury, it's just kind of a shot to the heart. But we're going to go over the player of the game here. I got a couple nominees. Peyton might agree with me, but my first nominee is going to be number 42, Draven Starr. He stepped up really big here in the second half. He probably hasn't had a lot of snaps here at quarterback, and he just kind of stood in that role and competed. And so that's just what I like to see. And he's a freshman, am I right?
Freshman.
And so good job by him. That's really good experience. So now I bet this upcoming week he's going to get a lot of reps at quarterback. The coaches are going to get a really good eye to see who they're going to have to replace Frankie if he's unable to return. Once again, prayers go out to Frankie and for a quick and speedy recovery. But until next time, week 2, we will be going to Tyrone and taking on the Bobcats. Signing off from YouTube TV, Bulls Action, Austin Bull and Peyton Mulberry. See you next time.